Dry land is not a myth. I've seen it. I'm actually not quoting the movie Waterworld starring Kevin Costner because I've never seen it. I'm quoting the movie Cable Guy starring Jim Carrey, who quotes Waterworld when him and Matthew Broderick are fighting in the big satellite dish and it's raining. And he says he didn't know what all the fuss was about. He saw that movie 12 times and it ruled. I've not seen it. My girlfriend's a fan. She remembers watching it as a child. And I actually got into this toy line just recently. Just got 4 fresh, pretty decently carded Waterworld action figures from Kenner Toys because my friend Chris Cooper, who you might know from some of the previous videos and who also you should know from Yojo Outlet, is a Waterworld fan. He, I'll open the talk because it's just kind of boring to stare at the toy. I'm going to talk. He's a Kenner fan. He has the whole line of Waterworld figures, including this ship, the Trimaran. So you see there's Kevin Costner right there and right there and with right there. These are some of the bad guys. I have that and I have that and that and that. That guy's pretty cool. Deacon, I need to get him. So this is from Kenner from 1995. That's significant. Well, at this point, they were owned by Hasbro, which is in Pawtucket, Rhode Island. I've been to Pawtucket, Rhode Island. I was there back in April. I drove past the Hasbro headquarters, and it's very like anti-climatic. There's nothing there to see. You can't go in. It's just like a building, and there's like a school and like shops and gas station. It's just anyway. Kenner was headquartered in Cincinnati, Ohio. I'm in northern Kentucky, which is, look at that rubber band that just has been sitting there for 22 years. I live across the river in northern Kentucky, which is not far from Cincinnati. We're in like the greater Cincinnati area. So Kenner, which obviously made Star Wars and they made Superpowers. They made the Batman lines. They made so much. I could go on and on about Kenner. Easy Bake Oven. They made this Waterworld line, so my friend Chris is a fan because he's a Kenner fan. And yeah, they're kind of cool. They're obviously in scale with Robin Hood, another Kenner line. It's sort of a similar type of, I don't know, not so much molds. Obviously it's a completely different experience. But, I don't know, let's check this guy out. It says, attach backpack the figure using the straps and pegs. Roll up net and insert into clips for storage as shown. So let's see. Oops. And you can find these for cheap. I think I got 4 carded figures shipped for, I want to say like $23, something like that. Now, if you plan to ever resell them, good luck. There's not much of a market for them, but I don't know. It's a cool line, and if you have a YouTube channel in which you open vintage toys, such as myself, it's a good line to get because, again, you can find them for cheap. And, of course, I like to find things that are different and unique. I don't always want to open G.I. Joes. I do always want to open G.I. Joes and Z-Bots, but I also like to find things that are different. Variety is the spice of life. Speaking of spice, I'd like to get some Dune figures. Not to open, but if I get the Agent Dale Cooper. I just watched Dune for the first time recently, thanks to my friend Adam Ann. That was an experience. I can't get the other strap on. Anyway, so this rolls up and goes there. He kind of holds on to that. To launch net, unwrap net, place net bars in the clips on catapult arm, bend figure slightly forward, press release lever on bottom of backpack. So we are going to follow those instructions, which are a little, I see kind of where they goes here. The instructions are a little bit easier said than done. Okay. So let's see how this works. Is that it? Like, is this supposed to launch? Let's try that again. All right, so there's this, and there's this, and then you do that, and you press this. There we go. All right, so he's going to capture Kevin Costner with his net. Or, this is one cool thing about this line. They all come with mutants. So here's a mutant squid, which is obviously very cool. You can see, there's a mutant like manta ray, an eel, a shark, some other things as well. Those are pretty cool. And these, I think, I know a lot of people, I'm not too active on it anymore, but the little rubber guys forum, anybody collects Muscle or Kaneko Man or Monster in My Pocket, Battle Beast, whatever. This would be a cool thing to kind of, if you're into little monochromatic rubber figures, these would be a cool thing to get. And I've never seen those loose ever in my entire life. Actually, I've never seen any of these. These are not things I really find too often. So yeah, if anything, it's worth it to get those little mutant guys because they're pretty cool. I wasn't originally going to open all 4 of my Waterworld figures, but now I want to just so I can acquire those little guys. They also like the Ghostbuster things too. I think they would fit in well with that. So, all right, his net launching feature is kind of weird. Looks like he has like some turtle shells on there. Waterworld is definitely in my list of movies, on my list of movies to watch. This guy, the Atoll Enforcer, I assume he's a bad guy, but I have no idea. It's not safe to assume. There's not really a whole lot of information about him. Here it says, it's the future. The earth is covered in water and the sun beats down on Waterworld. The people of the Atoll cling to life, constantly threatened by smokers, the crazed pirates of this flooded world. Only one hope remains, a lone hero called the Mariner. Join him, if you dare, in his courageous search for dry land. I guess he is a good guy. If he's an Atoll Enforcer, I guess he's like the police. But I don't know. Maybe I'll find that boat and some other ones. And obviously, keep an eye out for future episodes of Vintage Toy Freedom, in which I will open, some more of these specifically to get these cool guys here. Because I guess, they can be friends. Like, he's helping them. That's his little helper. He helps them enforce the Atoll. And, yeah, so thanks for watching, and know that dry land is not a myth. I have seen it.